And hello everyone, and welcome to beautiful Springfield, Ohio, and welcome to Edwards-Maurer Field. We've got a big North Coast Athletic Conference matchup today in some men's soccer between the visiting Wabash College and the hosting Wittenberg Tigers. Big game. We'd like to welcome you all into the Tiger Sports Network. I am JJ Weisenberger. I am here, my friend and partner Max. Max, how are you doing today?
So good. So ready for this game.
It's a beautiful night for some soccer. It's a beautiful day. You couldn't ask for a better night to play this big-time game for both of these teams in terms of conference implications. Should be a very fun and exciting matchup today. Yeah, so we are about ready to get underway here. And both these teams desperately need a win to try to stay in contention for that postseason North Coast Athletic Conference tournament.
Yes.
And so you got a big matchup today between these two teams. So we're going to go ahead and get some starting lineups as we're getting ready to kick off. If you want to go ahead and start off with the Wabash starters here.
Yes, sir. So for Wabash, we have number 1, Fernando Ramos in goalie. Number 7, Alfredo Campos. Number 8, Emilio Paez. Number 9, Bryce Kahneman. Number 11, Bruno Zamora. Number 14, Evan Miller. Number 16, Miles Burnett. Number 25, Hugo Garcia. Number 26, Colin Johnson. And number 31, Jackson Grabble. Excuse me.
We've got underway here. Now I'll go quick through this Wittenberg lineup. 0-0, Sam Nitzberg will be manning the goalie today for Wittenberg. Number 2, Mustafa Kinte. Number 4, Cole Lewis. 6, Logan Evans. 8, Nick Harding. 12, Christopher Meyer. 15, Jack Pascal. 21, Cam Elliott, the birthday boy. 26, Jackson Miller. 28, Jacob Disadoro. And then number 32, Marcus Orton.
Yeah, Wabash getting started early here. First shot on target already within the first minute. Hot start for them.
Yeah, and I think it's a big piece to notice Sam Nitzberg back in this lineup for Wittenberg after struggling with a little bit of health and then some cartage issues.
Disciplinary issues.
Yeah, disciplinary. That's a word. That's a good word. That was one I was looking for. But so good to have him back in a spot where he's comfortable in. And yeah, just a big game. So it'll be a throw-in from Wabash here. Play there from Nick Harding. He's got a little bit of space now. He's working his way up the field, showing some pace. Good play there from Wabash to negate it. Cole Lewis now fighting one-on-one there. Kicked that one out of bounds.
Now, let me just mention Cole Lewis here for a second. I got to shout out my boy Cole Lewis. Big game, last game. Nearly had the game-winning goal. Great finish from him, and he played really well in that game after not getting that many minutes and after coming back from an injury, multiple injuries. He had the ACL stuff going on, and then he had that the wrist injury as well. So really good to see him back out there and thriving, really.
Yeah, a big piece of this Wittenberg squad, and I know he's been anxious to get back out there.
Absolutely.
Early whistle there on Wabash, and providing a big piece. And right now, and with how competitive this conference is, you need someone to be able to come in and provide that spark. We've seen a couple of different changes to the rotation a little bit here in the latter half of the season to some of these players who have provided that spark, Cole being one of them. So it'll be Jackson Miller sends one over. A little far there. Gets headed away by Emilio. Quick throw from Cam Elliott.
Yeah, Tigers definitely trying to match the pace that Wabash was showing in that first minute. They've done so well here.
So a little bit of an errant pass there from Marcus Orton. Gets intercepted there by Bryce Kinnaman. Physical play there from the Tigers draws the whistle.
Yeah, just going back to mentioning those changes in the lineup, we also have Jacob Disadoro in there, the sophomore. Also hasn't had that much game time. He's in at center back, so important position there, and he stepped in. Takes a lot of guts to do that for sure.
Yeah, we've seen him kind of come into that rotation a little bit. We saw him in a big spot the last home game against Kenyon, played a lot of minutes against, arguably the best team in the conference and, one of the top teams in the country. And they played very well in that game where just fell a little short in that one, but played really strong against a top team like that.
Chance there. Wabash really combining well, especially at the top of the box. Doing really well in that area. Getting those little give and goes. Moving the Witt defense around.
So it'll be Sam Wittenberg. Now, with the goal kick here, as we're about 5 minutes into the game. So both teams feeling each other out.
Good touch there from Cole Lewis. Almost got away from his man.
Good save there from Kinnaman. Now looking to find a way, Disidoro.
Great challenge there. Disidoro sticking his leg in.
This will be an early corner opportunity here for Wabash.
Yeah, early chance here.
Yeah, be number 11, Bruno Zamora, to send it in for the Little Giants. That one looking to be a little strong. Good chance there. Good play there from Wittenberg. Because now he's rolling around on the ground, and that's the last thing this Wittenberg team needs is any more injuries to their goalkeepers. Got tangled up there with the Wabash player there, both fighting for the ball after the head in off the corner. Wittenberg, though, looks like his...
I'm really glad he's okay there.
Maybe just a little bit of a stinker. Foot maybe got trapped underneath there. But it looks to be okay. Christopher Meyer tries to find Cole Lewis on that far side. He tries to keep it in. A bit of a late whistle there. Wabash's bench was arguing for that out-of-bounds call.
Yeah, unlucky there. Thought he kept that one in.
So Kinte sending that one right back out of bounds. Cole Lewis also just adds a good element of pace to this Wittenberg team. He's a very speedy player.
Yeah, some energy.
A lot of energy, and I know you could tell he's been kind of sidelined for a little bit, and a good play from Nick Harding now. We're going to try to send this one up to Cam Elliott. Cam Elliott now takes his time, plays a little patient.
Yeah, trying to work something out there.
Emilio Paez doing a good job there, fighting him off and fending him off with that ball and forcing a bad touch that went out of bounds. Really good opportunity there for Wittenberg, just unable to really get anything out of it. Had a lot of space. But Wabash doing a good job of rotating back and contesting the ball.
Yeah, those two on the left side for Wabash doing a good job of silencing that pace from Elliott so far. That's one of the things you need to do against this Tigers team.
Some solid defense and transition defense there from
Tackle.
Wittenberg. A really good play there from Kinte. So now it'll be Pascal now on that far side. Tries to get up to Kinte, and a good pass right back to Pascal. He's on the far side. Settles it down just a little bit. Waits for his team to get there. Sends it middle to Nick Harding. Nick Harding tries to go quick to Mark Sorton. Mark Sorton now over to Cam Elliott with a little bit of space. Two defenders tracking in on him. Showing off some of that speed, getting it in. Tries to send it. Christopher Meyer. Oh, and a really good look
chance
there. And Cole Lewis right on cue, and it did get tipped, so it will be a corner opportunity But what a play there from the Tigers, showing off some really good spacing there and doing a really good job of finding the Tigers, and a good job. And I saw you kind of told some of your soccer instincts telling Jack Pascal there on that far side, slow down a little bit. And he slowed down. He waited for some of his teammates to get back. Did a good job passing all the way around, using the full field. Cam Elliott showing off some speed with a good pass. Cole Lewis with a good chance.
Driven in, good ball in. Difficult to deal with, but Wabash does pretty well there. Good touch from Evans.
So now Wabash scrambling to get up to Evans and get their defense set. They will. It'll be a back pass to Wittenberg. 10 minutes here into the game. No team really able to find some traction in this game. Wittenberg feels like they're getting a good footing for themselves right now. But Wabash still doing a good job of negating.
Yeah, good back and forth here so far. Decent chances for both teams. I think that one from Witt just minutes ago might have been the best one of the game. Really good chance there. As you said, the build-up play on that is beautiful. Using both sides of the field and being patient. It's exactly what they did, and that's how you get chances.
Yeah, just using your teammates, using that spacing to your advantage, and just finding that open space, and then just a really good job all around, and it provided a very good look. So now Wabash has a couple of quick touches of their own, some good passing, but gets a little mixed up on that far side. Logan Evans comes away with it, so he's going to try to send one downfield, and it's going to collide with
that like an absolute champ.
Yeah. I saw him kind of hold his mouth there, but he's going to try to walk it off. Big game. You don't ever want to have to leave the game, but so he's going to fight through it here. But it'll be a goal kick, unfortunately, off of the errant head. So Wittenberg there is going to send it. Now Wabash with a little bit of space and some numbers. Really good job there from, I believe, Jackson Miller doing a good job there in that situation. A little bit of communication from Wabash now. Pascal comes away with it. Nick Harding tries to get it over to Cam Elliott. He's going to back pass to Disidoro, back to Elliott.
Yeah, well done there from those two. Just settling down that bouncing ball. Good combination there.
Bit of whistle on Alfredo Campos. It'll be a free kick now. Disidoro will take it for the Tigers as they start to move their way across the 50 and down the field. So he's going to send one deep. Pascal's going to try to get to it. He does. Good touch there. Cole Lewis is going to try to gear back and send one just a little bit high there.
I mean, why not? After that goal last game, he's certainly riding the high in confidence, so why not?
And from the first look that we saw from him, I mean, he
that too, yeah.
There just a little bit high, but that one going the opposite direction of what he needs to. That one just a little bit higher. So it'll be Fernando Ramos who sends it away for the Little Giants. Really good job there from Disidoro and Marcus Orton now. Far side, Cole Lewis. A little bit of space in front of him. Miles Burnett closes down on him, tries to find Nick Harding. Now Wabash with a little bit of space there, but Cam Elliott, what a play from him, and right to Jack Pascal. He's going to try to slow down a little bit, get it right back to Cam Elliott. Tries to go quick with it. Just a little bit too heavy of a touch there.
Good tackle again.
Wittenberg playing very aggressive early on in this game. They sense this is a must-win game, and they want to go out and be the ones to throw that first punch.
Yeah, good strong challenges.
A tie doesn't necessarily help too much. A win is what you really need, and the spot they are in, sitting 7th in the conference with 2 ties, 1 win, and 3 losses.
Yeah, Wabash in 8th here, so could be a deciding match here for sure. Both teams need a win. Cam Elliott pick up a little knock there, just like a little cramp. Hopefully that doesn't bug him too much. Seems to be all good.
So he gets the thumbs up. We are ready to go. It's a quick throw in. Wabash trying to catch Wittenberg out of position there. Some of them were talking to the sideline and some of their coaches. But Wittenberg reads right into it and rotates back right away. So Wabash trying to work along that far side. Kinte doing a good job of being physical but clean and kicks that one out of bounds, lets his defense get set up once again.
Yeah, Wittenberg midfield really getting stuck in here on the backs of their defenders at all times, just not letting them move. That's what you need to do, especially a team like Wabash. I've been taking a look at some of their players, especially in warm-ups. Got some technical ability out there on the field for sure, so just sticking on those players, not letting them move, that's how it's done.
Not letting them move, not giving them that space to show off that ability, and maybe just trying to throw them off, because, you know, a lot of these players, players in the game of soccer, I mean, when you get physical with them, it can be really frustrating to not get that space that you want. And so when you have a team like this who has that ability, maybe getting physical, closing down that space, not letting them move too much, can be a big mental game too. A little bit of an errant pass there from Disidoro. Try to get a middle to, I believe, Nick Harding, but he makes up for it right away. And then right back, and then back and forth we go between both these teams. Just sending it back. Wabash kicks that one high in the air. Disidoro a little bit
still not settled here. I'm gonna say you can't do that. Can't really climb on other players now, can you?
I don't believe so. I don't think that's in the rule book anywhere. I guess I haven't read it from top to bottom, but I haven't really read it at all. But so nonetheless, Wittenberg with possession and a kick. It'll be deep one downfield. Wabash is ready for it to Marcus Horton.
Great touch there.
And now he's got a little bit of space working on the sideline, keeping his eyes up, looking to find someone. Oh, a good little give and go now. Cam Elliott trying to find the space. He kicks it. Tries to get a middle. Christopher Meyer goes for the little bit of a sneaky touch there.
Too fancy target, there, I think. I see what he's going for, though. I don't necessarily mind that. Great play from Logan Evans. Great awareness there. Just heading it back. Bench commending him for that.
But once again, we're getting to see a little bit of that Cam Elliott pace there on this close sideline. Both of those really good opportunities. He was just able to kind of kick it ahead, outrun the Wabash defenders, and just catch up and send a pass in middle. And, you know, it's provided some really good looks. So hopefully that. I saw him stretching out his leg here again when that ball was sent down. So hopefully he's able to get loosened up a little bit. The birthday boy fighting through some contact there. Finds Nick Harding.
Tigers get a bit of a chance to just settle this game down a little bit. Wabash giving them some time on the ball. Haven't really been able to put a ton of good plays together. Fighting hard there, good win. Jackson Miller wins the ball, as he so often does.
Both these teams seeming to get a little bit rushed right now. A lot of quick passes. I think when Wittenberg's been able to find some success, you know, like kind of what I referred to with some of your soccer instincts from playing before, just, you know, when they're able to slow it down, really just take control of possession, kind of just get a little bit set up, find your teammates, find that spacing, find those openings. That's when they've had some success. But right now, both these teams just seem to be a little bit sped up, which, you know, in a game like this can be expected. Very big game, a very exciting game. You know, you're anxious. You got a lot of adrenaline built up in a big game like this, so you can expect it to be a little bit sloppy and a little bit fast-paced early on, but you know, I expect by the end of this first half, both teams to kind of settle down a little bit, get much more comfortable.
Great ball there. That's one of the things, you know, the coaching staff and his team certainly hoping for Nitzberg, a little less talking to the officials maybe. Just got to stay in his own head, I think. It's a little passionate, and that's fine, of course. We love that, but passion in the right places, right?
Yeah, and I think what's gotten into trouble a little bit in the season too is I think some teams have kind of figured that out, and they know once you can kind of poke the bear a little bit and try to get that reaction out of them.
Gotta have a thick skin out here. It's hard though, I will say. It is not easy.
It gets physical and it gets competitive, especially in the NCAC with as many good teams and as talented as it is. You got to go out there and grind out every win you get.
Great tackle. Again, Jackson Miller just knows how to win the ball so well.
Now Cole Lewis on the far side with a good amount of space, looking to send it up.
Yeah, as we said before, Lewis certainly maybe feeling the moment there a little bit. Hasn't played in a lot of these games, and the bright lights, it can get to you at times. So hopefully his teammates are there just to calm him down, as they know he can play well. Well done there from Wittenberg.
But now good opportunity for Wabash now as they'll get the corner. Once again, I believe. Yep, it'll be number 11 once again. Bruno Zamora sent it in for the Little Giants. So Zamora there on the corner to send it in for the Little Giants. He sends this one in. It's a good pass. It's going to head a good spot. Wittenberg is there for it.
Unmarked there at the back post. That certainly can't happen for the Tigers.
Ooh, a little bit of a scary situation, and we're going to get a yellow card on Wabash, number 14, yeah. Evan Miller there.
There was a counterattack on, put a stop to it. Not a bad decision, but pretty early in this game to get a yellow card, I must say.
Indeed, but a sigh of relief if you're Wittenberg right there to come away with that. Still 0-0. Wittenberg doing a good job on the initial save, but then the ball just kind of floated there right in front of the net.
Yeah, just going back to that, Wabash had a man there completely unmarked and a lot of space in the box. So that's certainly something they'll want to fix moving forward, because you can't have open man in the box at any time, really, especially on a corner.
So we are a little over 20 minutes played here. Pretty even so far. Both teams have gotten their opportunities. Both teams have gotten a couple of looks, but we are still deadlocked at 0 apiece. It'll be a goal kick for Wabash. It'll be sent out by Ramos right back there for Marcus Orton. Pascal going to try to run it down. Force Ramos to come out and make a play on it.
Yeah, Witt just lost their game a little bit here in the past few minutes. They were doing well, and then for some reason, just as you said, as we've been saying, feeling a little rushed, maybe feeling the heat of the moment a little bit. Just need to, like we were saying before, just try and settle it down a little bit. We know these guys are capable, and they certainly do too. So.
And it certainly is. It's just a game of momentum and a game of runs right now. Wittenberg got into that groove for a little bit. Wabash was able to defend off of it and survive it. And now Wabash seems to be kind of turning the tables. They're getting a little bit more comfortable now, getting into a groove and rhythm that they want to play in. And they're finding a couple of good opportunities, really controlling possession, rushing Wittenberg a little bit, just as Wittenberg did to them earlier on. But nonetheless, still zeros that one head up in the air by Lewis. Moose now fighting for it in the middle of the field, finds Harding. Harding gets that favorable left foot. We'll tap it back to Evans. Evans now just sends this one up the sideline. It'll stay in bounds. Wabash's Hugo Garcia sends that one. Now Wittenberg with possession. Christopher Meyer.
Good step in there from Lewis.
And here comes Cam Elliott trying to save that one. Just...
He's fast, not that fast.
Love the idea. A lot of open space there. Really got to showcase the speed from Cam Elliott, but...
Inches. Nearly got on the end of it.
But with how Wabash is playing right now, they're really starting to get aggressive on their attacking side. That space could potentially be open for those counterattacks, so you really got to love the idea. Just next time hopefully a little bit better execution.
Yeah, those 3 up front certainly causing some problems, combining really well. Both wingers cutting in on both sides. Strikers there for them both.
Christopher Meyer playing some solid defense there on the sideline. Wabash able to get it out. Cole Lewis now. Rushing up there on the ball, forces a back pass. Jack Pascal once again. Disadora almost overruns it, has to stop in his tracks, heads it. Moose is there. Nick Harding now, not able to beat the Giants to the ball, but here we go once again, just kind of that hot potato back and forth between these two teams. Marcus Horton, Nick Harding now sends that one, tries to get it up down the field, and Pascal fights for it. Good job from Jack Pascal now.
Well done.
Out of the close sideline once again. Here's Cam Elliott. Let's see what he can do. Has an extra defender this time. Good job from Wabash there to Justin rotate that extra defender. Number 8, Emilio Paez, rushes over, and because Cam Elliott was going back to what he did the first 2 times, what he found success, just kind of kick it ahead, use his speed to rush up. So we're going to get a sub. It'll be number 10, Braden Ring, in for Cole Lewis. You got to imagine Cole's still trying to get to that tip-top soccer shape.
Oh, yeah.
Fighting back from, that the Achilles injury and then the wrist injury. It's just been sidelined a lot. I'm sure he was did a better job with, or had a better chance with the wrist injury of staying a little bit of in shape, maybe getting the bike in, but. So
yeah,
Ring will sub him out here with 20 minutes to go in half number 1.
Yeah, clearly the plan there. Get Lewis out in a little run.
Yeah, get a
first half of the first
25 minutes out of him, and then
misplayed there.
Yeah, Pascal wasn't ready for the miss there by the Wabash defender.
Yeah, Hugo Garcia there. Nearly giving that one up to Pascal. He would have been through on goal there. Unlucky. What I'd like to see from the Tigers a lot more of, they were doing it at the start, and they're doing it a little more now here. Not like that, commentators curse, I guess, but just using both sides of the field. That's how they created that chance there. Good play from Marcus, battling in the middle, but going back left to right, using every side of that field, super important. Just stretches the defense, and that's how you get those openings, especially in the middle. So we saw Lewis cutting in there, nearly got his foot on that for the goal.
So Miller goes quick to Harding now. Got a lot of bodies on this side of the field, and Braden Ring tries to send it up, tries to get a whistle and sell the contact a little bit there. The ref's not falling for it. So Bruno Zamora draws the whistle there. Wabash once again on this close sideline trying to work their way up it, but once again Wittenberg doing a good job of defending it. So Mark Sorten out with a little bit of space in the middle of the field, looking upfield to maybe Cam Elliott. Chips this one forward. Cam Elliott is able to reach it. He's got a little bit of space, tries to stop and go back middle. Here he goes. He's going to try to work his way around 2 defenders once again. Tries to get it in. Nick Harding stops it. Jack Pascal.
What a finish. Brilliant from the Tigers.
And firstly, I want to recognize, Cam Elliott doing a good job.
Absolutely.
But Nick Harding kind of boxing his defender out and letting Jack Pascal just come in and take it.
Such a good play.
It's just a great play and unselfishness from Nick Harding right there to let his just box out his defender. His defender was kind of, I think they were all kind of expecting Harding to come up and make a touch on it. He just lets it go past him. Pascal comes flying in.
Number 8, Nick Harding.
Oh, I guess Nick Harding did get a little touch on it, is what they're saying.
That is not true at all. That wasn't that Pascal in there? I think Pascal finished that one.
Pascal finished it,
Yeah,
saying Nick Harding got the assist.
Oh, okay.
I think
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. That makes more sense.
I wish we could, give the assist and maybe the hockey assist to Cam Elliott.
Yeah.
Cam Elliott
working
his way down the sideline, gets another good pass across the middle.
I'd count that as an assist if I was him.
But just an incredible play here from Pascal, Harding, and Cam Elliott. So now Wittenberg needs to settle back in and focus up. Wabash going to look to respond. Ooh, Jackson Miller looking to get a little fancy.
Uh-oh. Words were said, I think.
Bruno Zamora, he's been involved in a lot early on in this game in the middle of the field for Wabash. This time, getting close and personal with the official, talking to him. So we'll see how that plays out. Already getting, what we expected, a nice physical game. That ball deep into the corner. Braden Ring going to try to save it in.
Play.
He's going to fight with the Wabash defender there. Harding now, trying to get to that comfortable left foot, but it's very physical defense there.
Just uses his body so well. We saw it in that goal there, just shielding the defender. Eyes on the back of his head, able to spot his man behind him and just shield the defender so he could run onto it. Great play. We see that so often from him, especially in the midfield. Those midfield areas just seals off the defenders so well. Just keeps the ball right close within him.
And, that's what you expect from him. One of those veteran players on this team.
Captain.
Yeah. One of the most, when he steps on the field, you've got to know where he is. And it just does such a good job, like you said, doing all the little things, using his body well, controlling the field.
A little careless, though, here from the Tigers in some spots. That's been one of the things during their season they're certainly wanting to work on, leading from the front. Just need to be a little more comfortable in those situations. Just make sure everything's firing on all cylinders. Good chance there.
Good look there from Wabash. Number 27, Hayden Eaton, gets the head on it, but Nitzberg is prepared and ready for it.
Mishit there. Going for the wide areas, though. That's what you want to do in case that does happen, just in case you don't give that away in the midfield area.
So Christopher Meyer chipping this one forward. Braden Ring's going to have to track it down. Does a good job of tracking it down, keeping it in bounds. Right back to Christopher Meyer in the middle of the field. Quick touch over to Kingte. Kingte now back to Evans. Evans now good passing here from the Tigers. Chips this one up. Jack Pascal's got another good opportunity. And we're going to get an offsides there. Really
tight call there.
But I love the look. I don't really like the look once again, but what a pass there from Christopher Meyer. Just drops that one right in the breadbasket. Just a little too in front. Was Jack Pascal, says his close side official. We get the offsides call.
Nice communication there between the two. That's what you need. Your goalie's certainly got to be loud. Probably the loudest one on the field because they can see everything after all.
And what we were kind of referring to earlier with Sam Nitzberg, he is that very passionate player, and he's not afraid to, you'll hear his voice even all the way up here in the broadcaster's booth, which is, a great trait to have as a goalie, like you were just saying. So now we are under 15 minutes remaining here in half number one. If you're just tuning in, we'd like to welcome you into the Tiger Sports Network. Wittenberg just striking first off a goal from Jack Pascal. And a back-and-forth game with Wittenberg really starting to take control and play at the rhythm and pace they want to play in and just control this game to a way they want to play. So now Mark Sorton in the middle of the field with a lot of space. Chips it over. Another look to Cam Elliott along the close sideline. Good job there from Evan Miller to rotate over.
Well done there from Kinte. I guess not. I thought they were both using the hands there, but ref says no. Got to keep their heads screwed on, certainly in this one, as they are leading. Got to play their game out here.
So that one chipped over to number 9, Bryce Kinnaman. Kinnaman fighting for it. Cam Elliott defending. He's going to tap it back. Couple of touch passes. Nick Harding does a good job of reading it.
Didn't read there.
And now showing off some speed of his own. That one just going to be chipped back, but to Ramos. But once again, this Wittenberg attacking core has been very strong so far here in half number 1. Have really been the difference maker of this game.
Good step there from Orton. Played a really good game so far, Marcus Orton. Had a few really, really good touches. Just seems to be really comfortable in there.
Yeah, he's been controlling that
spot,
that back middle area.
Yeah.
He's just does such a good job of winning some of those 50-50 balls, gaining possession for this Wittenberg team, doing a lot of those things that might not show up on the stat sheet, but are winning plays for this team, and it's put this Wittenberg team in possession of it. So Jax Miller will boom this one downfield once again, right into the hand of Ramos. Ramos is going to punt this one high into the night sky, down the field, but
great win. Again, say his name so often in that back line. Good combination there, but well done from Harding again. Tracking back.
Yeah, showing off some strength there, just kind of shielding that Wabash player off and forcing him forward.
Wow. That's crazy. Okay.
So no whistle.
Play on, I guess. I guess you can climb on players in this game.
Earlier, and that time he climbed on top and kind of sat up there for a little bit, so now we're going to get to see Jackson Miller sending it upfield, showcasing some skill. Cam Elliott tries to get it middle to Nick Harding, but a really good read there. But
well done. Great move again from Marcus. Looking really composed in there. Great to see. He's played that position really well this season.
And once again, we've talked about it a lot, but Wittenberg in kind of these scenarios where it starts to get a little bit of crammed and the spacing from both teams gets a little bit tight, they've done such a good job of finding the openings across the field, using that full field, not even just to their advantage of trying to find openings on the attacking side, but kind of to not bail themselves out, but get out of tricky situations here. We just saw it on this close sideline. Started to get a little cramped. Wabash was pressuring them, getting aggressive. Logan Evans just was in that perfect window across that diagonal field, and Christopher Meyer finds it, and they're able to get a lot of space because of it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Some teams just afraid that if you go back, you won't be able to go forward. That's obviously not the case. Most of the time, you want to go back in order to go forward. So Wittenberg, both teams, I will say, doing well with that, using their back lines well, but Wittenberg utilizing that a bit better here so far.
So we're see Caden Bryan into the game for this Wittenberg team. Another player who's really been stepping up into a big role later on in this game as well. It's number 22, Kyler Hagstrom, on this close side of the field here. Nick Harding is going to get caught up on the foot of the Wabash player there. I think was just kind of turning around, and unfortunate timing. Wrong place, wrong time for both players, and I believe it was number 31, Jackson Grable.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a lot in that, but his end up being fine.
So we have resumed play. Wabash with possession on that far side now. Wittenberg giving them a little bit more space, but now with the fresh legs of Hagstrom and Caden Bryan into the game, Braden Ring. See if this Wittenberg team tries to make one last push and try to put 2 on the board with some of these fresh legs into the game. Ooh, good fake there from Wabash, but to no prevail.
Not on the same page there. Yeah, Wabash looking a little frustrated here. Tigers have done really well not letting Wabash get into their game plan. as I said before, not letting those midfield players get time on the ball. It's been essential.
Green taps one it up. Logan Evans tries to keep it in bounds, but he's just in a really tough spot right there.
Wow. Dangerous. Got away with it. Bit of miscommunication there.
And we've seen that a couple of times. I mean, in most of this game, they've looked really composed, really set up. But there's just been a couple of instances where a couple of defensive breakdowns, miscommunication has led to some good opportunities from Wabash. And luckily for Wittenberg, they haven't been able to take advantage and
step there.
Anything out of it. But so a back pass now, Wabash. Good pass across the far side of the field to where all the space is. But good
press.
close there from Christopher Meyer to just close down and just make him uncomfortable. Wasn't able to gain full possession, and he chips that one away, lets his defense get set up.
Yeah, those are the plays that certainly don't show up on the stat sheet, but make such a huge difference. Chris Meyer just working there to move himself across the entire field just so that player doesn't have time on the ball. Again, doing so good with that. Stays in there, backspin, keeps that one in. Great move. Scooped it through Disidoro's legs there. Hate to say it. Great move there. The number 10.
Jose Escalante.
Of course.
He's going to set this one in for the Little Giants. Almost essentially a corner opportunity. It's going to go a quick pass there to Zamora. Zamora tries to get it in, but Jackson Miller's there.
Good clear.
Mark Sorten let that one drop once again. He's going to track it down. Good play from him, but Wabash now pressuring this Wittenberg team. Get a little bit physical there. Wabash falls off. Sorten once
That's
again.
still in.
Controls the possession. We're going to get a whistle. And Wabash will gain possession. But once again, Marcus Sorten, when his team needs him most, he's able to show up. And Christopher Meyer there. Wabash will just send that one out of bounds. But Wittenberg really doing a good job of handling this Wabash pressure well. Stepping up to the challenge. This one's going to float. Caden Bryan's going to try to reach it. But a really good clear there. Gives Wabash a little bit of space. Disidoro steps in front. Takes it, and that'll be a shove out.
Not a bad foul there from Disidoro. Got away without getting a yellow too.
And pulls it back a little bit. Lets this Wittenberg team kind of rotate back, get their defense set up.
Smart play there.
5 minutes remaining. This Wabash team looking to even things out before halftime. Wittenberg doing a good job of standing tall, but Caden Bryan maybe gets a little too over aggressive there. Forces another defender to have to stand up, but Wabash will turn this one over.
Free kick there. It's called. Just ran into the man there. Bit unfortunate for the Tigers. But Wabash certainly putting the pressure on for the end of this half. Wittenberg doing well, just keeping their shape, but it's mistakes like those that can make teams get back into the game here.
So it'll be a whistle.
Look who's involved again, Marcus Orton.
He's
just a huge player in this game.
Everywhere right now in this game. Huge play. It's going to go quick.
Great
That's
ball.
A deep ball. Hagstrom is there. Oh, a little bit too heavy of a touch, but a good look from Tigers right there. Disidoro heads this one up. Christopher Meyer's there. Looking for somebody. He's got a couple defenders on him. Sends it middle. Just another errant pass there. That one will go deep. I'm sure Logan Evans is just going to let Nitzberg come up and take possession.
Settle
of
it
this
down.
ball. Settle it down. Slow it down a little bit. Under 4 minutes now. Wittenberg just trying to get this thing to halftime, still winning. They're in a passive mode right now, just sensing this Wabash team really wanting to pick it up. Some good dribbling there from Jackson Grabble. Wabash, Christopher Meyer.
Dangerous pass. Got away with it there.
Had a chance there to make a play, just a little bit of a late break. Wabash still with possession, setting it back, trying to find that far sideline. Moose overruns this one. But Jackson Miller, once again, Jackson Miller and Marcus Orton have been just the fallback for this Wittenberg defense and back line right now. Just stepping up, and any pass downfield, this Wittenberg back line, especially those two, have really just been doing such a good job of stepping up and not letting anything come from it.
Yeah, keeping it really solid on defense for the Tigers, for sure.
It's just been more of some of those sets where Wabash has been able to get, where we see some of that miscommunication and some of those errors from Wittenberg. 2:30 remaining now. Wittenberg with the throw in. It'll be Braden Ring. Looking to go down the field to Caden Bryan.
Still on his feet.
Still comes away with possession of it.
Should be pulled back. No. I'm sorry, but that's just the wrong way, sir. I know we're supposed to be pretty unbiased up here, but not sure about that one. Nonetheless, those are the things you got to deal with in these games sometimes. I certainly have had my fair share of bad referees in my time. Sort of comes with any sport, really.
So we're going to bring together two of these players here after a little bit of an altercation. Settle them down a little bit, and we are ready to resume play.
I'm not saying being a ref is easy. Certainly not. Tough job indeed.
Logan Evans is there. He's going to head this one forward. Braden Ring tries to time it out.
Yeah, just a 50-50 there.
Just a little bit of an errant contact, though, which kind of helps out. I want to say Wittenberg there. A couple players on the ground for him. It'll bring it back and allow their defense to get set up once again.
We can hear Nick Harding there. He's got to go out right. So clearly forcing out wide here, not letting them get in the middle, and that's what we have been saying, just silencing that midfield, doing such a good job, and I think that's the biggest positive that the Tigers can take away from this half. They've completely silenced that midfield, apart from a few touches here and there.
And like we just saw there, even when they've been able to get it to midfield, we just see multiple bodies collapsing on ball and just making it very uncomfortable. Christopher Meyer now
look at him go
off some of those long strides.
That was a risky decision there.
For Wabash, minute remaining. Caden Bryan comes up, takes possession, taps it to Nick Harding.
1 minute remaining in the half.
Desidoro's
well done.
Over to Hagstrom. Good quick pass. Now just taking their time, slowing down. Desidoro's going to send this one downfield.
Thank you, sir. It's a head injury.
It's the third time we've seen a Wabash player kind of climb onto the backs of these Wittenberg players. Very dangerous play. We saw Caden Bryan kind of just get collapsed underneath it there. Seems to be all right. But it'll be Christopher Meyer to send this one in. 20 seconds remaining. Last little push here for Wittenberg. He's going to kick this one up. A decent look. Nick Harding, fight for it. Marcus Orton tries to send this one. Hagstrom is there. A little bit of an error play.
What a chance. Perfectly dropped right to him. Right before the half.
The end of half number one. So some action there to end half number one, but very back and forth. You definitely give the edge to Wittenberg, I feel like, in terms of If you're looking at it on a scale of out of 100, Wittenberg probably takes this game right now 65-35. They've controlled a good portion of it, doing a good job. They've just had a couple of those lapses on the back end and lapses during some of those Wabash sets that have given this Wabash team some good looks. So what do you think are the biggest takeaways from both these teams so far in half number one?
Yeah, it's a good question. I would certainly agree with everything you've said there, as well as what I was saying before. Wittenberg have to be proud of how they silenced that midfield, just really working well all together in pairs, in threes, just taking away options. And Wabash, got to find a different way into this game. I think the Tigers have silenced Wabash game plan pretty well, so it'll be interesting to see what both teams come out with for the second half.
For sure, it's going to be a very exciting half number two. Wittenberg taking half number one, 1-0. But this game is still wide open. 45 minutes left to be played. We're going to let these two teams talk it over at half. We'll be right back in around 14 minutes.
I mean, who wouldn't? Cole Lewis climbing the ladder there.
So now Wabash with a little bit of space. They need to try to find any sort of answer and any sort of just momentum that they can carry on to their attacking side. But once again, Marcus Orton just sends that one down the field, but he is there. He is always there. And just what a play.
Yeah, really playing cleanup crew today. Orton just always seems to be in the right spot. The positional awareness tonight, it's been top notch.
So Wabash puts this one in play, comes to the close side. Cole
Great
Lewis steps
tackle.
up, and two in a row now to find Nick Harding now.
Brilliant from
To that
Cole
left
Lewis.
foot. He's got a lot of space.
Great
Sends this one
ball.
up. Haskell tracking it down.
Oh, wow. The triple deke almost paid off. Tigers definitely have to be smart, especially in these areas. Just gotta be solid on those clearances. Need to have that good communication throughout the whole game.
So Wittenberg will throw this one in to Disidoro's got a good amount of space in front of him. He forces a defender to stand up. Gets with a lot of contact there, and he's going to get the whistle. Disidoro still down.
Yeah, we can hear up here. That's 25 Hugo Garcia, the senior captain in the back there, yelling out to his team, what did we talk about? Clearly that was a big point in the first half. Wabash losing their heads a little bit here, maybe getting a little bit frustrated. Just have to keep steady and just try and find their way back into the game.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time left in this game, and they've shown the capabilities of, being able to get it inside the box and find some good looks. Because Wittenberg, they've shown that's where some of their weaknesses have been so far. Has been on that defensive end, a couple of miscommunicated plays, a couple of lapses, a couple of openings. So you've just got to settle down, start finding each other, trying to find that opening space that you're able to get down the field earlier in the game, and just chip away. Find a way to just slowly start turning this game back in your favor. There's still a lot of time.
Great ball in.
But you can't get both goals back at once.
Decent opportunity there.
Wittenberg, though, still trying to battle it out. Still fighting. They don't, they aren't comfortable. They don't want a 2-goal lead. They want to put on as many goals as possible and put this game out of reach.
Yeah, with that being said, can't be too overeager. Certainly in situations like this, a 2-goal lead, as they say, especially in soccer, is really the most dangerous lead. It's just enough to feel too comfortable sometimes.
Yeah.
So, got to keep the head screwed on for certain. Doing it so far in this half. Great first time cross in there. Dangerous ball. Not cleared, so it'll be a corner. Meyer will take it. Nope, he'll hand it off. Right, it was the other side. So Harding will move over to the other side to take this one. So Tigers lining up. Looking to run in. Meyer calling for it at the back post. Tries to get it to Lewis in there, making a nuisance of himself in front of the goalie. Just over the top.
And a good look and opportunity.
Great step.
Huge play there from Logan Evans, because Logan Evans was the last man back there. Steps up and makes a huge play once again. Old reliable. Nick Harding now showcasing some skill, trying to get to the left foot. Maybe getting a little too fancy there. Now Wittenberg just sending some shots in.
Offsides.
But, kind of what you talked about. This Wittenberg team maybe getting a little too comfortable right now. Just got to settle back, try to, take some time off this clock first before maybe we start looking towards some of those more fun-looking shots.
Yeah, just the main thing is just not being open at the back, not committing too many numbers forward, making sure they have those good lines of defense that they've had so far, and they've kept up with really well that defensive shape in the entirety of this game.
That ball now put in play for the Little Giants. Moose and Mark Sorton stepping up once again. Nick Harding chips it middle to Moose. Moose sends this one on target. It'll be an easy save, but
decent shot there, bouncing. That's what you want, but
got a lot of space in the middle of the field. I like that look from Moose right there to send that one on target. Just keep the pressure up, making this Wabash team really sit back on their heels right now and play themselves into you.
Harding trying to spin away there. Strong physical play there again from Harding, just a bit too much that time. Called out for it.
So Wabash putting this one in play. They'll have a lot of space on that far side to work with, trying to send it up middle. Tries to go with the quick pass. It'll still end up in their feet. Moose doing a good job stepping up once again, winning possession. Shielding off the Wabash defender, and he's going to get taken down.
There's a card there.
It'll be Campos.
Should be.
There.
Yep. There it is. Yeah, another yellow card. So 2 yellows for Wabash. Could be a key moment as the physicality ramps up in this one. Those 2 players need to be a little more careful now.
So it'll be a throw-in for the Tigers now. Christopher Meyer trying to take possession of it. Meyer now, once again, quick pass back to Hagstrom, back to Meyer, going back and forth. Sends this one middle.
Great ball.
Cole Lewis comes running in. Marcus Orton wasn't expecting that one to be missed there by the Wabash defender. So it goes in favor of the Little Giants. So Ramos there will send it in.
And another great series of touches there from Harding. Just manipulates that ball so well. Always knows where it is at his feet.
Cole Lewis getting a shove in the back there. Now Wabash really looking like they're starting to get a little too frustrated, lose their cool a little bit on the field right now with Wittenberg taking control, having this 2-goal lead, but still ramping up this aggression.
Great ball. Unlucky. Brilliant ball played from Logan Evans there.
Yeah, he played it so quick, I didn't even think he had
there.
sent the ball up yet. Marcus Orton now goes for a shot there, falls on the ground. So now Wabash maybe with an opportunity, but miscommunication. And now, that seems to be the theme of the night. This Wabash team is not on the same page.
Great ball again. A lot of decent balls being played here from the Tigers. Really just moving this Wabash defense around. Can't seem to get near him. Little no-look pass from Orton. That's how you know a player's really feeling themselves out there.
That one, Jack Pascal just going to send backwards, a little bit of a cheeky shot right there towards Ramos. Ramos will take it, but Disadoro, we talked about it. They don't care that they might not be as big as some of these other players on the field. Disadoro rises up and makes a huge play right there, but now Wabash, good opportunity. Got some numbers.
Good step again.
Logan Evans just stepping up. He's so sneaky, too, and he uses his size to his advantage right there. He just kind of slips right underneath the defender. Yeah, uses that and then just steps right in, kicks that one out of bounds. Disadoro sticking his leg out there and making a play, but now this one going to chip forward. Dangerous play! And Nitzberg is there.
Big chance there.
But Jackson Miller, fighting with number 10, Escalante.
Yeah, I think he just did enough there to put him off from that. Just missed that header. But again, in these types of games, it only takes that one little moment. So the Tigers, they have been very solid on defense. But like I said, especially in soccer, it just takes, in sport really, it just takes that one little lapse of concentration. Here's Jackson Miller, no lapse in concentration there. Decent play.
Yeah, Jackson Miller, and kind of on that same page of Mark Sorton, just has been so strong in this game, and there he is to just send that one downfield. And at a pretty good spot, too, for just kind of turning and kicking. That one soft touch plays it right into Christopher Myers. Man, just kind of getting pushed off that. It'll be a whistle again, on Christopher Myers.
Got to be careful here. Couple of big personalities on this team for sure. And he's going to get himself... No. He's checking on okay. I was worried there. I thought Meyer talked himself into a card there. He's pretty close to it. No need for that, especially two goals
like
up.
You said, this team, they have a lot of, they like to talk. They've been involved in a little bit in the last couple weeks. So
yes, they have.
Especially going down the stretch, don't do anything stupid. It's more valuable to have yourself on the field. So be smart. And we saw Christopher Meyer maybe run into a little bit of that issue earlier on in the season too. Got a couple cards earlier on in the season, and a lot of it I feel like was kind of a little bit more because of his voice.
And I mean that's the passion, and again, it's just passion in the right places, right? But I mean, this team's always learning, doing really well so far here in this game.
Marcus Orr, and he's gonna get grabbed and kind of taken down with the Wabash attacker right there. And so it'll be on Bruno Zamora. Zamora's been involved in a lot of these physical plays, but this time it'll be in favor of Wittenberg. It'll be a goal kick. So we're going to get to see Caden Bryan enter back into the game for Pascal. So Pascal getting a break there. Pascal's played a very strong game so far today. He was the first goal scorer for this team and has just done a good job. He's probably one of the, in terms of just size, he's probably one of the bigger Wittenberg players, and he's such a good physical player.
Yeah, strong.
He uses his body to his advantage, and he's still got a lot of speed and pace to him. Oh, and gonna be an offsides. So Bruno Zamora once again arguing with the ref there on that offsides call, still yelling at him.
I'm not sure he's aware of the offside rules. His coach there is like, I'm pretty sure you were offsides, man. You got to check that run. It was mostly down to the back line. I saw a few players, Disidero, a few of them stepping up there to cause that offside trap.
Am I not right?
Drilled low this time. Good decision.
Ball's going to be hit.
Played back in.
He was going to try to get to it. He's going to head it.
Good head back in. Decent opportunity.
Good save. So Ramos just going to punt that one away. Once again, into the night sky. Jackson Miller is there. He's going to send it up. Caden Bryan tries to make a turn on it. Unable to get to it. It looks like Cam Elliott's coming back into the game over there on that far sideline. So good to see he's okay. Ready to come back into the game because he's been a huge difference maker, I think, between him, Marcus Orton, and Jackson Miller. They've been this. It's tough to come up with three players, maybe, or kind of that MVP of this game. They've all played so well, but if I had to pick anybody, I'd probably go with leaning towards those three players.
Yeah, good choices. Wouldn't disagree with that.
Man, Hagstrom showing off some speed there, catches back up to it, but a decent ball, but just forces Wabash to play it away. Cam Elliott back into the game. This time for Cole Lewis.
Yeah, great news. Cam Elliott. Just such an asset. Just such an athlete. Able to run up and down the field. Harding tossed around there a little bit. Tries to win it back. doing anything he can to stop that ball.
Disadoro, he's an interesting,
Almost
fun player to
fell on
watch.
that.
He's very active with his body. He loves to get his body involved. He'll throw his body around.
Very
and sometimes
creative.
It makes for a little, some creative plays. So now Cam Elliott back into the game. Some fresh legs now. We'll get to see some of this speed try to pay off here in the last 23 minutes and close off and try to get this big victory for this Wittenberg squad.
Yeah, I wonder if the Tigers will just adapt their game plan a little bit, but I don't think they need to. And they don't seem to be. They seem to be sticking to their guns, doing what they did in the first half. And it's working well. If it ain't broke, why fix it?
Nick Harding.
Harding again from behind.
Moose now will send this one up to the middle. Caden Bryan tries to go the quick tap pass. But it's back, so back and forth we go. Nick Harding winning the 50-50 ball. And what a move from him. Over to Christopher Meyer.
Lucky.
Yeah, and that's
There's
one
Meyer. Look at him go. Wabash increasingly frustrated here. The Tigers just not letting up. It's great to see. Such a physical game, and they seem to be really enjoying the challenge, too. That's one of the things you want to see.
Yeah, that one.
Really
Andre
relishing.
Aguilera.
Really relishing the contact. There's Elliott.
I think they know that the more they don't respond to it, I think it's almost Wabash wants that response out of Wittenberg where they're doing this and getting physical. And the fact that Wittenberg's staying cool, calm, and collected, they've got the lead, they're playing strong, they keep pushing. They have dominated the second half from start to finish.
100%.
Possession, control, everything. And Wabash, because of it's just getting increasingly more frustrated because of it. So Wittenberg winning kind of that mental battle right now, and it will be Braden Ring.
Yeah, it's a great point. All mental here when it comes down to this section of the game, section of these games. Harding, so strong there. Looking to cut that back. Trying to do a little too much there, but he's still going.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't make up his mind really on what he wanted to do. Then last
Ring cutting inside.
Braden Ring now.
Decent effort there. Cutting in. Well played from Braden Ring.
Did they say it was going to be a corner? I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell where that ball went out, on which side of the corner stick there. I believe it's looking like a throw in, but
yeah.
From our point of view, oh wow, okay, I was very off.
We do have some obstacles in the forms of walls here in our press box, so the viewing areas, it's not the biggest. We try our best out here.
So now Wabash with a little bit of space, trying to catch this Wittenberg defense in a little bit of a counter situation. But once again, just unable to control it. Mark Sorden.
Well done.
Very few unerrant plays from him, but he makes up for it right away.
Yeah.
He stays with it. And I think Moose, too, has had such a great game, quietly great game, where he's just done a lot of those big winning plays, a lot of those garbage plays in the middle of the field.
Yeah, hasn't
just a dirty work.
Hasn't been on the ball a lot necessarily, but doing that defensive work. And as a midfielder, you really play all sides of the ball. And some games call for an offensive mindset, and some call for a defensive mindset. And Kinte has certainly stepped up to this defensive challenge today.
Just his presence has been very intimidating for Wabash. He's made a couple of those plays, and since then, when he's been around the ball, he's forced a lot of errors just from his presence alone.
Yeah.
Disadoro, good job once again, tips it away. Disadoro to Hagstrom, who tries to chip it forward. Caden Bryan.
Good turn there.
It's still rolling.
Well played.
And what a play from Caden Bryan there. Now trying to get it across middle, and he's going to get tumbled over.
See what he's looking for there, that curler. Top right corner. Good physical battle. Trying to keep the hands away, but not fast enough. Good refereeing here. He's going to call that play back. He's going to give a yellow. You don't see that very often
And with that,
in these games.
Yeah, 25. Hugo Garcia, who you talked about earlier, he was involved with the scuffle earlier with Caden Bryant in the first half. He's been involved in a lot of this. Like you talked about, you heard him yelling towards his teammates. He's been also doing that to the officials. Finally, they've had enough of it. They called a card on him. So now he's got to be smart. If they want any chance of getting back into this game, they're going to need him on the field.
Harding again, shoulder to shoulder. Comes away the better of the two.
And
once again. Here he goes again. Look at him go. Just leaving bodies in his wake. Unbelievable. Unlucky there.
That one's going to be head. Rings there. Good play there from number 26, Colin Johnson. Send this one upfield. It's going to be a race for it. Wabash, just couldn't control it there. Looking for a whistle.
Great strength again.
Jose Escalante tries to make a play. Good ball upfield. Just unable to take full possession.
Bloody nose, I think. Holding hands up to his face. Looks like it. Had my fair share of those. Not fun. Especially when you're playing a game.
Gabe Porter entering into the game. Another one of the solid bench pieces for this Wittenberg team. Saw him in a couple of games earlier this season. Just another very strong piece off the bench.
Yeah, it brings that athleticism again. A lot of athletes on this Tigers team. Good assets to have, especially in college soccer.
Good play, Logan Evans once again. And the thing I love about Logan Evans is his timing is impeccable on a lot of things. He does such a good job of realizing when he needs to step up or when sometimes he just needs to stay back. Let the attacking forwards come to you and then make a play once they get to you. Just like right there. He didn't step up at all. He let Wabash what a good pass back. Good opportunity. Escalante.
There's Wittenberg. And that's a big save from Wittenberg because he has had nothing to do in this game, or not the game, excuse me, the second half. Hasn't had really anything to do, so.
Just the goalkeeper can be one of the toughest positions, and just in terms of that, it can be such long stretches where you don't get anything, and the next in the blink of the eye, you get that little quick back and forth touch pass, and you've got a ball coming at you one-on-one. You got to be ready to fall back on those techniques. And once again, here we go again. Escalante trying to make a
tackle.
Get back to Zamora.
And look who it is. Marcus Orton. Once again.
And I do want to point out what we've talked about, this Wabash team getting frustrated. Escalante and Zamora right there just kind of both looked at each other and threw their arms up. Just kind of those signs of frustration you don't want to see if you're head coach Chris Keller. And they've got some talented players on this squad, just haven't been able to be on the same page. Harding once again winning because of his physicality. Caden Bryant now steps up.
This might be a overestimation, but I'm not sure Nick Harding has lost a single 50-50. I mean, in situations like that, he's almost come away with it every single time. Just so impressive. What a game for Nick Harding.
Such a good game all around from all of this Wittenberg team. There hasn't been a very weak spot on the field. I know we've talked about in terms of they've had a couple of mishaps and miscommunications, and that's bound to happen, just unfortunate to happen right in front of the net. But this Wittenberg team, especially in the second half, we have not seen any miscommunications. I've not seen anything, just some of the cleanest soccer I've seen them play all year, and at the most important time in the season, trying to earn that top 4 spot.
Yeah, like you just said, absolutely a perfect time to find their stride. They have the ability to get into that conference tournament. There's some big momentum heading into it. But still got to close this game out. 16 minutes left.
And Wabash right now really getting a lot of more looks on this attacking side, getting a couple opportunities, feeling a little bit more comfortable. But Nick Harding right there once again, he's just so good, so skilled, and just incredible play from him.
Nick Harding, so good at soccer. So good at soccer.
So it'll be a throw-in for Wittenberg.
Yeah, Wabash just really not able to put anything together here. I think it's a bit of them feeling the pressure a little bit, not playing at their best, but it's also a combination of course, the defense from the Tigers just been so solid all throughout this game, especially in this second half, as we've reiterated many times before. Good chance here, though. Good opportunity for Wabash to get into this game. Haven't had many opportunities from open play, but that delivery is not one they're going to be looking for. Got to beat the first man.
So under 15 minutes remaining now, and that's a good ball better inside, but what a Sam Nitzberg. Good aggressive play there, comes flying up over everybody. Initially doesn't get that catch, and my heart dropped a little bit after that, but comes away with it after, and he's going to boot this one down the field. You know,
better punt that time. He'll be happy with that.
And here comes Hagstrom rushing out to make a play.
Uh-oh. A little frustration there again.
A little shove there from Emilio Paez, who was blocking off Hagstrom here. But now starting to get in that dangerous territory for Wabash, and they need to find a way to get anything on this attacking side. But they've done a good job of getting possession there. Moose, a little too physical right there. Throws that arm just a little bit too much. Doesn't hide it as well that time.
But again, gotta be honest, don't really like to see that talking to the ref there. Especially in a game like this, you got to keep your head screwed on. We keep saying it, but it's such an important sticking factor. And there, see a little bit of frustration from Kinte. So he's just gotta stay in his own head here. Just keep to himself. Finish this game out. It's so important, the mental game. My goodness.
And just once again, right there, just the signs you don't want to see from a team down 2-0 and fight for a fourth place spot in the tournament in the North Coast Athletic. That ball is still live. The ref didn't blow a whistle, and 3 Wabash players just stopped in their tracks, looked at the ref, and were looking for a call, yelling for the call. And I understand it can be very frustrating as an athlete, and it can be, but that's a huge opportunity now. Wabash coming in. Disadoro.
Well done.
But you can't have that if you're Chris Keller's squad. Okay? You can't be standing around screaming at the ref. Yes, you can, you're going to be frustrated with some calls.
Right. Just got to play to the whistle.
And you're bound to, maybe say something to the ref here or there, but you can't stop in the middle of live play and just scream at the official,
Certainly not.
So it's going to be a corner opportunity for the Little Giants. They're going to send that one in. Escalante tries to get it, a couple of whiffs from both teams there. Gabe Porter with a little bit of a missed kick there.
Yeah, I got a feel for him. Can't necessarily blame him. I think that might be his first touch on the ball, really. So, has had to come in this game a bit cold here. But
especially, too, since it was because of a brain ring nosebleed.
Exactly.
So he doesn't have to warm up. Didn't get probably as much time to warm up as usual.
Big block.
Block there. Nick Harding.
Just looking to settle it down here.
Takes out a couple people on the Wittenberg bench right there. But it'll be a throw-in for Wabash.
Yeah, Wabash finding a little something here. Bit of desperation compelling them forward here, but another good touch. So Tigers having to defend here, but that'll happen in these games. The ebbs and flows as we have talked about.
And, it was bound to happen. This Wittenberg team, a lot of these players have been playing the full game. This Wabash team has had a couple more subs than Wittenberg here in the second half.
Need to mark up.
Here's the corner. Good opportunity. Oh, what a play from Sam Nitzberg there. A couple of Wabash players around him.
Yeah, important touch there.
And, this Wabash team, they were bound to get looks at some point. They are a talented team. They've got some pace. They've got some very skilled players. Like you said, you saw in pregame, they've got some skilled players. So it was a matter of time before they got their looks. But the biggest thing is they've stayed strong on the defensive end. But now we get a couple of subs here for Wittenberg. Maybe some fresh legs and try to close this game out. It looks like it'll be number 36, Colin Levesque.
That's Salim Muhammad in there, number 29, subbing in as well.
Let's see who the other one was. Was it Braden Ring on the far side? It looks like back into the game.
I think it was. Yeah, 36 there for Witt. So that's
Levesque, Muhammad, and
Colin Levesque and Brandon Rangi. I didn't see that.
On that far side.
My bad.
Some new faces and
Nice
some
step.
fresh legs back into the game. We'll see with 10 minutes remaining if this Wittenberg team can close it out. Caden Bryan fights for it. It'll be a battle. Both teams on the ground right there.
Good effort there.
Players pointing at each other.
Caden's he's going for the ball there. He's not sure what 27's complaining about.
Good step there from Disidoro. Touch pass to Moose.
Wow, that's insane. That's a red. That's a red card. He's gone. I'm sorry, but that's disgraceful. I mean, that's 2 feet in the air.
Yeah, and you just got to, at this point, hope that Braden Rings
That's
can immediately go down.
insane.
So we are going to take a break.
There. Bit passionate. Shines through at times. But good call from the ref. Keeping him safe. Very important. The frustration there just really reaching a peak there. Not sure who that was on Wabash. But big mistake there. So we were saying before, as we'll keep saying, just such a mental game, and Wabash just letting it slip a little bit. Wittenberg certainly being the stronger physically and mentally in this game. So after that bit of commotion, 10 minutes left here. The Tigers need to just settle down. There's Gabe Porter. Chance there. Good run in. Just got away from him.
So it'll be a goal kick from Ramos and this Wabash team. Just Wabash really showcased frustration here. A really tough second half. Wittenberg. The biggest thing now is just staying composed.
Yep.
Staying strong in this back line, staying strong in defense. And because the biggest thing now is just get off this game, get out of here, take the victory.
Absolutely.
Close out this last 9 minutes.
With the man out for Wabash, there's going to be some extra space in this field for sure. So hoping the Tigers keep the ball a little bit, use that space, wind this clock down. Well played there from Evans, shielding that one out.
Good job from Caden Bryan there to step in. He's going to send this one up to Gabe Porter. Showing off some good speed there. It's number 19, though. Or, excuse me.
16.
16, excuse me. I couldn't. Miles Burnett showing off some speed there for Wabash.
Yeah, would have liked to have seen that amount of effort from Wabash, certainly on a few of those 50-50s. As I said before, Wittenberg the better of most of the 50-50 battles, and if you can win those, you can do pretty well in these types of games. Most games, really.
Unable to keep that one in. Yeah, and you know, this Wabash team has gone through some spurts. We've seen them have some success. It just seems like they never really got comfortable in this game. They didn't really figure out kind of what they wanted to do once Wittenberg really started taking away the middle of that field, and then that just put them too far behind in this game, especially once Wittenberg put up that second goal with the amount of offensive production they haven't been able to create. It just, you know, this game has really gotten out of hand for Wabash. there still is time left for them to make a run, but it's going to bar a miracle for them to find the offensive production. And now Alfredo Campos arguing with Wittenberg coaches there after trying to throw the ball quickly towards them, and hits one of the Wittenberg coaches.
Well, accident there, I think.
So Alex Fisher getting ready to check in the game for Wabash.
Good play here. Well played again. Jackson Miller smartly playing off the player there.
Yeah, it's
easy
smartly
goal
just
kick.
Kicks it into the running Bryce Kinnaman there, and he sends this one out of the back of the end zone there, and it'll be a goal kick for Wittenberg.
They can eat some of this clock here. Calm things down. Miller there taking the goal kick. I think that's smart. So it worked out there, nearly.
So it'll be the throw-in for Wabash here with just over 6 minutes remaining. Wittenberg, 2-goal advantage here.
Good turn from
Jack
Salee.
Pascal put in the first one in the first half. Cam Elliott, the birthday boy, adds in the second one. So Levesque now over to Salim Muhammad, the 2 subs working here.
The 3 subs combining well on that play. Love to see that.
So that one's going to get kicked high in the air.
Marcus Orton again. I mean, this has got to be one of the best games he's played, maybe in his life. Certainly for Wittenberg. Best game I've seen him play in person for me. Turn there from Salee. Mohammed, great play there. Dangerous ball there from Diz. Cleaned up from Evans. Disadoro, that is.
So 5 minutes remaining here. Levesque trying to track Garcia there. Unable to, but just again, Wittenberg just doing a good job of slowing this game down right now, wasting this clock away, getting out of here with a victory is the most important thing right now. You know, as much as you want to keep scoring goals, you know, you've got this 2-goal lead with a little under 5 minutes remaining now. Just play smart, waste some time, get out of here with the victory, put yourself in
back.
position.
Well done. Take as long as he wants to pick this one up.
Roll it over to Disadoro, who's got a lot of space. Sends this one up to Levesque. A little bit of a heavy touch there, but it'll go off of Campos there.
Yeah, and something you really like to see, a lot of these starters really urging these substitutions on, really giving them praise when they're good plays, good efforts. Love to see that.
Yeah, that's one thing you
real
really
confidence
notice
booster.
from this Wittenberg team is the amount of camaraderie that this team has compared to maybe the way the culture has been and the way it's going. It's just been so much fun to watch. The group as a whole is so connected. I got a chance to talk to them on our coaches show 2nd and 4 that I'm able to host, you know, talk to some of the athletes, and Dwight Burgess, you know, they've got a really good locker room culture right now, and it's really shown. This team's playing together. You know, they're winning a good amount of games. They've been very good in this season so far, and it really just feels like the program's heading in such a good direction.
Good ball. Ring here, opportunity. Great move. Oh, he's hit the post.
Top right post there.
Unreal.
What a good little stop
Great
and go
and ring.
from him, but man.
The right back putting the moves on, and nearly the finish. Oh, my goodness. Hope you all at home are enjoying it as much as we are. It's been a fantastic game from the Tigers here today. So impressive tonight. Love to see it.
Marcus Orton just, you know, ending this game the same way he started, just always
Absolutely.
there. That ball going to be sent up to no one, out of bounds. Wittenberg just going to take their time throwing this one in. 2:40 remaining. 2-goal lead. Just Got to avoid any late game shenanigans here. Don't get in any late game scuffles. Don't fall into anything. Don't give up any late goals because you're playing a little out of control. Just keep playing smart, play passive. Let Wabash play into you. Haven't been able to get past you yet. Just keep playing the game you've been playing. Disadoro kicks out, tries to boom it away, unable to, but Braden Ring is there. That's what's been really impressive about this Wittenberg team tonight too. Is most of this Wittenberg team has played really good. A questionable whistle there as Zamora he's on the ground. So
looked like all ball there, but can't blame the ref for feeling bad.
So Zamora is going to get helped up there. Seems to be all right, thankfully. But this Wittenberg team, even, we saw Disadoro, who's had a really solid game as well on that last clear attempt. He kicked it up, not the best touch, but Braden Ring is there. Just that, we talk about the next man up mentality on a substitute and injury basis, but even just like after maybe a missed kick, the next person is always up. It doesn't matter. They don't get frustrated with each other. They're just next man up, make up for the mistake, move past it, and this team has looked very strong because of it. Just a well-oiled machine tonight has been Wittenberg.
Yeah, that's a fantastic point. So they've been in there on the second balls for some of those clearances, helping each other out. Big chance
now
here.
We'll take it for Wabash. He'll send it.
Good wall.
Bounce in front of the net.
Good clear.
Logan Evans is there. Oh, maybe a cup handball. And it'll be called. Almost unfortunately, the way that ball is bounced right up into the hand of the Wabash attacker there, I believe was number 9, Bryce Kinnaman. It almost looked like he was dribbling it like a basketball. That ball going to be sent up. Salim Muhammad going to try to track it down. He's going to be unable to. Miles Burnett going to shield him off. 1:30 remaining.
Love to see this as well. A minute in the game and everyone on Witt yelling at each other to stay in that shape, and they've been doing that so well in the entirety of this game. Their defensive shape has been brilliant, really just, especially in that midfield, I'll say it again, have completely silenced those Wabash midfield players.
And silenced their play, but really did a good job, too, of frustrating them, winning that mental game, getting some reactions. We saw from this Wabash team, I believe 3 yellow cards, 1 red card.
Maybe just 2, but still cards being passed out for sure. Yeah, Wittenberg have been able to keep their heads really well here.
So, clock stopped at 46 seconds.
Yeah, I've been really impressed as well with the game management from the Tigers. Done all the right things you need to do to finish off a game, especially when you're leading. As we said before, it can be a tough position to be in, but really manage the clock well, putting the ball in the right spots, just staying solid.
So Evans getting tracked down by Garcia here.
Speaking of solid,
Evans what a play there from Logan Evans.
That's all you need, really.
Away right there. 15 seconds left, just dribbles it all the way downfield. And this Wittenberg team senses their victory at hand here. Just a massive game for them. Huge victory. Going to get their second victory on the season in North Coast Athletic Play. 2-3-2 now in the season. 7-4-4. Wabash will drop to 5-8-4 and 1-6-1 on the season. But just what a game from Wittenberg, top to bottom. A really good game. Back and forth first half, but out of halftime, Wittenberg controlled and dominated this game from start to finish. Controlled possession, controlled everything. Won the mental game, won the physical game. Just overall, top to bottom, great game from Wittenberg. What was the key for Wittenberg tonight? Why were they able to dominate this game? And why what made this team different tonight?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think they were just more up for it tonight. And as I said before, they enjoyed the challenge. And that's what you have to do in front of the bright lights, in front of your fans. That's what you have to do. You have to enjoy the challenge and really just do it together. And they did it out there today. So impressive to see. Great win.
Yeah, just a huge win from Wittenberg, a great win for Burgess's squad, and just a huge win, and hopefully he can build some momentum going into these last couple of games and, find a way to sneak into that 4th spot in the North Coast Athletic Conference Tournament. But we'd like to thank you all for tuning into the Tiger Sports Network. Wittenberg taking this one with a final score of 2-0. Goal scorers Jack Pascal, Cam Elliott, and just a great game played from Wittenberg. So that is all from us here tonight. A big Tiger victory. We hope to see you tomorrow for our field hockey game. We will see you later.